Imagine this, a billionaire female CEO, known for her sharp mind and untouchable aura, lying quietly on her leather office couch, pretending to sleep. Why? Because she wanted to test the little girl of her janitor, a single dad who worked tirelessly in her towering glass building. What happened next would shake her heart in ways she never expected. So, if this story touches you, make sure you like the video and subscribe, because stories like this one are meant to inspire and remind us that true greatness isn't found in money or power, it's found in the purity of the heart. It all began on a stormy evening in the heart of the city. The janitor, Imran, was a single father who had been working for the company for years. Life had dealt him heavy blows, the loss of his wife, endless financial struggles, and sleepless nights juggling work and parenting. Yet, despite everything, he held his head high and tried to teach his daughter the values of honesty, respect, and intelligence. His daughter, little Aisha, was no ordinary child. Only 7 years old, she had eyes that sparkled with curiosity, a mind quick as lightning, and a heart as gentle as her late mother's. The CEO, Zara Khan, was a woman in her early 30s, admired and feared across the corporate world. People said she had a heart of steel, that she didn't believe in weakness, and that kindness was a luxury she had no time for. But deep down, loneliness gnawed at her. She had built an empire, but the walls around her heart were taller than the skyscraper she owned. One evening, Zara noticed Imran quietly working past midnight, his little daughter sitting patiently in a corner with a tattered schoolbook in her lap. Instead of being bored, Aisha was scribbling math equations on a scrap of paper, occasionally looking up with a smile that never dimmed. Zara's curiosity was piqued. How could a child of a janitor carry herself with such grace and intelligence? A thought formed in Zara's mind. What if she tested this little girl? Could she be as sharp as she seemed, or was it just a fluke? The next day, Zara intentionally worked late, waiting for Imran to bring Aisha again. She reclined on her office couch, closing her eyes, pretending to drift off. When Imran stepped out briefly to clean the hallway, Aisha was left alone in the grand office. Zara, lying still with her eyes shut, waited to see what the child would do. Would she touch something? Steal? Or perhaps make noise? But what happened froze her. Aisha quietly tiptoed toward Zara's desk. She looked at the piles of important papers, contracts worth millions, a sleek gold pen, and Zara's unlocked phone. For a moment, Zara's heart tensed. What if the child gave in to temptation? But Aisha only sighed and whispered to herself, "Papa always says, never touch what isn't yours. Even if no one is watching, Allah is watching." She then carefully adjusted the stack of papers that had slipped slightly, straightened Zara's water glass so it wouldn't spill, and returned to her corner. She pulled out her notebook again and began sketching something, an invention idea, as Zara later saw, a tiny drawing of a machine that could clean windows faster. Zara's heart skipped. But she didn't move. She wanted to push the test further. She pretended to stir in her sleep, murmuring, "Can you help me, little one? I lost my pen." She cracked one eye open just enough to see what Aisha would do. Instead of rushing to the golden pen on the desk, Aisha looked around, found a simple black pen on the floor, and placed it gently in Zara's hand. "This one was near you. Maybe this is the one you dropped." Zara's throat tightened. Any other child might have handed her the expensive pen, eager to impress. But Aisha chose honesty. Finally, Zara sat up, unable to keep the act any longer. "Why didn't you take the golden pen? Most children would have." Aisha tilted her head, her innocent eyes wide. "Because it's not mine. And Papa says shiny things don't make you better. Using your mind and heart the right way does." For the first time in years, Zara felt her cold, guarded heart crack. She dismissed Imran early that night and went home restless, replaying the words of a little girl who had unknowingly taught her more about integrity than all her board meetings combined. The next day, Zara called Imran and his daughter into her office. Imran, nervous and humble as always, feared he might have done something wrong. Instead, Zara looked at him with a softness no one had seen before. Imran, your daughter is remarkable. I tested her, and she passed in a way most adults would fail. You've raised her with values this world desperately needs. Imran's eyes watered, his hands trembling. I only did what her mother would have wanted. I just wanted her to grow up better than me. Zara knelt down to Aisha's level, her powerful aura melting into something human. And she will. Because she already is. Then, turning to Imran, she said, from now on, Aisha's education is my responsibility. She deserves the best schools, the best opportunities. And you deserve recognition too. I'm promoting you to supervisor of building operations. Your honesty and dedication have not gone unnoticed.